Today, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a huge win at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Our offense really clicked, and we did not have any turnovers at all, and our defense was making very big plays, and they held them to only 14 points. Today, I'm going to be going over the things that we did well, the things that we could improve on, and how I think we did overall in this game, and what that means for the playoffs. So obviously, the things that we did well, our offense don't have any turnovers. So I understand that we do get a lot of young rookies involved, and that does create turnovers sometimes because they don't know exactly what they're doing. But we did get some rookies involved today. Keyshawn Vaughn got a run, which we really haven't done too much this season. He hasn't been too involved with the offense, but we did kind of create some diversity in our running back room. We used Keyshawn Vaughn today, we used LaShawn McCoy, we used Ronald Jones, which we really don't go that deep. We usually just use Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones without any question. But today we really mixed it up, and I think that really made the defense guess a little bit because obviously LaShawn McCoy is a better receiving halfback than Leonard Fournette or Ronald Jones are, and Keyshawn Vaughn obviously not the greatest running back right now. I think that he does have some potential, but as of right now, he has not been good this season. Had some fumbles, not been too effective, but he got in today, and he did not do anything too bad, so we're glad about that. Our passing game was on point, though. Tom Brady had no interceptions. He was very crisp from the pocket. We had a very clean pocket, too, today. Our offensive line was blocking extremely well. Tom Brady was not sacked too much. He also had a lot of great time in that pocket. That made the receivers be able to run their routes very cleanly, not have too much disturbance there, and they were able to really find those receivers. Tom Brady did have a couple of errant throws that he should have made. He had one early to Gronkowski and then one to Chris Godwin that he completely missed. But other than that, he did play very well. He had a pair of touchdowns, and he really established that we are a great offense. He got involved with those receivers. Mike Evans had a fantastic game along with Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski. And also our running game was very strong. Ronald Jones had a touchdown as well as a lot of yards and really made our ground game we're like a Swiss Army knife now. We really can run the ball, but our passing game is stronger. But our running game is not abysmal like it has been in the past couple of years. Really, Ronald Jones established himself today, really showed that he is going to make a difference going forward, and he really showed that even though we did get in a little bit deeper into the running back room, that he is the number one guy and he deserves to be there. He made a lot of big plays today, and that really helped us out. And now it's time to talk about the defense. Our defense played pretty well. Obviously, we're helped out a little bit, and we kept that score down by the terrible play of kicker Dan Bailey. He missed 3 field goals and also missed an extra point. Not sure why he was so off today, but it really hurt them. It left 10 points on the board, and we ended up taking over a pretty good field position that led up to us scoring some touchdowns. And our offense really capitalized on that, but our defense also got some great pressure on Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was getting hit pretty frequently in that second half. We did start off a little bit slow. They scored a touchdown on the second possession, and they really, they didn't capitalize, though, because obviously they're missing a lot of field goals that really hurt their momentum. When they would miss a field goal after marching all the way down the field, we did take advantage of that, though, and we made a huge strike to Scotty Miller to take that lead, which really put the momentum on our side, and we ended up just cruising from there, pretty much dominating the remainder of the game. They did score 2 touchdowns as well as a 2-point conversion because of that missed field goal, and they did have some pretty good offense. Justin Jefferson, obviously a great receiver. They did kind of beat up on our defense a little bit towards the beginning of that game, but really took over once our defensive line started really getting after Kirk Cousins. He was pressured, he was hurried, he was getting knocked down pretty frequently, and that was a huge key to our success. So now I want to talk about the things that we need to improve on. So obviously we did struggle a little bit with that passing game. I talked about that earlier, how we were missing a lot of wide open guys, and I'm not sure you can blame that on the receiver or Tom Brady. Really, it could be both their faults, but Chris Godwin missed it, he was just missed. I think that's obviously Tom Brady's fault, but that was a broken play. They were lucky to have a wide receiver that open. But there was a couple of things that we could have done better there. We were just finding receivers. Obviously, that's going to improve. It has already improved drastically. In Week 1 against the New Orleans Saints, we were just looking terrible on the passing game. Tom Brady was it was really hard for him to find our receivers. It's obviously become so much better. He's doing that so much better. Our receivers have gotten way more in sync, and that has improved so much since then. But we're just going to improve on that every single week as we already have. But now I want to talk about the NFC Wild Card picture. So obviously the New Orleans Saints have already clinched the division. They've been playing extremely well. They did lose today to the Philadelphia Eagles, but they are having a very good season, even though their starting quarterback Drew Brees did get injured. Taysom Hill has taken over very nicely, and they have found some really good success. They have clinched the playoffs, but the wild card is still wide open. Obviously, we have the Seahawks at the top. That is a very competitive NFC West division. It's very interesting to watch. They're all fighting for a spot. There could be 3 playoff teams in there, with the LA Rams, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Arizona Cardinals. But right now, I want to talk about the standings right now, and as we look at as we approach the time for the playoffs, I want to talk about the playoffs. So we have Seattle at top, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the middle, and then we have the Arizona Cardinals at the bottom of that wild card spot. So really, there's going to be an NFC West team at the top of the NFC Wild Card picture. We already know that's going to happen. But then right below that, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If we would have lost today, that would have been 3, 7, and 6 teams really still fighting for that. We would have had the Arizona Cardinals who got a win today. And then if we did lose, there would be a 7-6 Minnesota Vikings team that would likely be in that picture right now. That is obviously not what we wanted, and we should be very happy that we got this win because that separated us from them. And it really put them back, and it really set them back, and it made it so that we really know that we can get that top spot. We really can secure a playoff spot. Now, obviously, we probably won't find success in the playoffs because we really haven't beaten any good teams besides the Green Bay Packers this year. But that is a great wild card spot to be in. If we can get that second spot, I'm super happy with that. Obviously, we have the expanded wild card, which gives us a little bit more breathing room. But I'm psyched if we make the playoffs. We will be clinching in the next couple of weeks. I think we do have to go 10-6 most likely to make the playoffs. So we need to win 2 of these next 3 games. But that is very doable. We've gotten the tough part of our schedule out of the way. We've got Atlanta twice. We got Detroit once. All winnable games. I think we could totally come out here being a very dangerous team going into the playoffs, carrying some momentum over. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys did, in fact, enjoy the video. Make sure you guys leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one.